It's day 2 of my daily diaries where I'm sharing exactly how I grow my email list and audience through collaborations, all using my CEO framework. And I'll be giving you behind the scenes, look at how I run my business, from the strategy, the exact numbers, everything that I'm doing it. And I'm going to be sharing my approach. So I'm going to just caveat with saying there is different ways to doing it. There is many ways, but I'm going to be sharing my way of how I do it in the online space and how I grow my business. So with day 1, we had to decide on what type of event that we're going to run, what are the events going to be called, and what is the purpose and the aim of it, right? So I've done that. The event's going to be on the 15th of January 2025, and it's going to be all about growing your sales, growing your cash flow so that you can have 2025 being the best year yet. So it's all going to be about sales strategies, cash flow injection, and setting systems up so you can make bang and get all those clients. And so it's also going to be about lead generation, right? So that's the aim. And I will say I was supposed to do the artwork and the graphics. I didn't quite get to doing that, so I will get to doing that today. It just it didn't actually get done. Full disclosure, I didn't actually get to doing that. So with that said, so now day 2, most of the time, this is what I see other people doing that, especially, I will say this, I have decided on running a summit. So what a lot of people do over this time, they get to that first stage, so they get to doing day 1, and they automatically start running out and trying to get speakers, trying to get audience, trying to get people to come in and start doing this event. But that is not, if you're looking at the CEO framework, that's not how we run the things, because all that means is when you start getting the speakers responding, or you get other people saying, yeah, I want to know more, you start running around like a headless chicken, because now you've got, and they're like, oh, let me see the landing page, or oh, let me see, you tell me a little bit more about it. And if you have nothing in place, what ends up happening is you start ending up jumping on Zoom calls, jumping on discovery calls with these people, and then you spend your time in continuous conversation, and it means this whole event stops being planned because now you're so focused on, trying to, manage this flow of people coming in that you're not actually growing it. So the first thing that we're going to do for day 2 is we're not going to, hey, little one, we're not going to focus on, sending out like outreach yet. We're now going to focus on setting up a system so that when we do the outreach, that work can be happening in the background and you don't even have to touch it at all, right? So that could be something as simple as setting up a Google Forms page. It could be setting up a landing page. Obviously, if you're part of the CEO framework community, you know all about it because we go into detail all about that. So if you're part of the CEO Framework Academy or community, you would have access to what we do and our systems and all that kind of stuff. So more details in that if you want to join, if want to be part of that community, awesome, but that's not what we're about. So you basically just want to set up a system so that when people ask you questions, when people go, okay, hey, what is this all about, all that kind of stuff, what is the event about, tell me more, especially if you're looking at doing collaborative work, you need to give these people information. So that is what I'm going to be focusing on day 2, is setting up a page that just gives an overview of what I've just been telling you guys about, what the event is about, when it's looking at being run, what is the aim, who the target audience is, and having all that details in one place so that I don't need to do anything. I can send the speakers there and they can just get that information without me having to jump on a phone call, without me having to, send personal messages. All of that will be done in the background without me having to do anything. So that wraps up day 2. I'm setting aside about 45 minutes to do that, only because I'm not a fan of tech, and every now and then I get actually, no, I'm going to say this. Why 45 minutes? Because I actually also have to do the graphics that I didn't do yesterday, and I'm just going to set up a little bit of more information about that. So that's keeping it real and raw. The rest of my day it is an admin day for me today. So day 2 is all about admin. Well, not day 2, but just generally today is an admin day. So I have no client calls today. I have nothing scheduled today. So yeah, but overnight, using my sales system, using the CEO framework, overnight I had about 3, actually, let me just double check. I had 4 people come onto my mailing list. So think about that. While I was sleeping, I had 4 people join my mailing list without me having to do anything. So this is, keeping it real and raw, what the numbers look like and why I set up my system the way I do. So I shall see you in tomorrow for day 3. Right? Okay. Can you just take it so she doesn't make that noise? um,
Bye.
bye. Bloopers.